and gentlemen, this is example number 2, and you see on the screen that I have actually got a blank canvas where I could work this one out with you. Okay, it says subtract 4 yards 3 inches minus 2 yards 1 feet and 8 inches. All right, so this one's a little bit different, and I'm going to set it up a little bit different. Notice that we have 2 yards 1 feet and 8 inches, and we have to subtract that from 4 yards and 3 inches. Now, what's missing on the 4 yards and 3 inches? Well, we don't have any feet, right? So I'm going to leave a blank space when I set this up, when I set this question up. All right, so here's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and write 4 yards, right? But notice I don't have any feet in there. Okay, so I'm going to write a blank space like that because eventually I'm going to have, and actually I can write 0 feet because I have no feet, but I also have 3 inches. Okay, and you'll see why I did that here in just a second. So I have 4 yards, 0 feet, and 3 inches, and from that we are going to subtract 2 yards. How many feet? 1 feet. And 8 inches, okay? Now do you see why I put 0 feet on the top? Because I have to have a place value for each one of my different units that I have. All right, so we're going to use the same process that we kind of did on the last question. All right, we're going to use a little bit of, a little bit of borrowing next door in order to solve this question. All right, so first of all, we can't subtract 8 inches from 3 inches, right? We can't subtract 8 from 3. So we have to borrow from next door. Well, the problem with that is we can't borrow from next door because we have 0 feet. So we're going to have to go even further next door to the yards, all right? So if we borrow 1 yard from here, that ends up being 3 yards, right? And if we borrow 3 yards, now how many feet do we have? Well, we have 3 feet because 3 feet equals 1 yard. But we want to borrow one of those for here. So we're going to have 2 feet here, and we're going to transfer one of those feet over to inches. Well, how many feet is how many inches is 1 feet? It's actually 12 inches. So 12 plus 3 is 15 inches. All right. So what we did is we just converted this 4 yards, 0 feet, and 3 inches to 3 yards, 2 feet, and 15 inches. Okay. So we have a new question. We have 3 yards, 2 feet, and 15 inches minus 2 yards, 1 feet, and 8 inches. Okay, so now we can do our subtraction. 15 inches minus 8 inches is what? 7 inches. Okay, 2 feet minus 1 feet is 1 feet. And 3 yards minus 2 yards is 1 yard. Okay, so these two things are equal. This 3 yards, 2 feet, 15 inches is exactly the same as 4 yards, 0 feet, and 3 inches. I just wrote it differently so that I could subtract the bottom question. So our final answer is 1 yard, 1 feet, and 7 inches.